Hard work doesn't make you rich. In fact, for most people, it quietly guarantees the opposite. For generations, the formula was simple. Work hard, save money, be patient, and eventually, stability would turn into security. This advice wasn't stupid. It wasn't a lie. It worked. Just not anymore. The confusion begins when people assume the rules never changed. They didn't notice the environment shift, so they kept repeating the same behaviors, expecting the same outcome. But the world those rules were designed for no longer exists. And when a system changes, habits that once protected you can slowly trap you. To understand why most people remain poor, you don't need complex economics. You need to see the invisible loop they're stuck inside. It starts with labor, time exchanged for income. Clean, predictable, safe. That income then gets stored as money, not to grow, but to survive uncertainty. Meanwhile, prices rose quietly, not all at once. Just enough to feel temporary, just enough to ignore. So the solution seems obvious. Work more, earn more, save harder. But here's the mechanism no one explains. As inflation grows, money becomes less a store of value and more a melting block of ice. The longer you hold it without movement, the less it represents your past effort. So people respond by tightening control. They track expenses. They avoid risks. They delay life. Ironically, this makes them more dependent on labor, not less. The loop closes. More work to protect money. More money losing value. More fear of stepping away from work. Not because people are lazy, but because they were trained to see safety where stagnation lives. The people who exit this loop don't do it dramatically. They don't quit overnight. They don't chase sudden wealth. What changes first isn't their income. It's their relationship with time. They stop asking, "How do I earn more?" and begin asking, "What quietly drains my future?" They notice that time, unlike money, doesn't inflate. It doesn't get printed. It doesn't recover. So instead of maximizing income, they minimize exposure. To dependency. To fixed thinking. To systems that demand constant presence just to stand still. They don't worship money. They use it as insulation, a buffer between their time and survival. From the outside, it looks like patience. Inside, it's clarity. If wealth isn't blocked by effort, if poverty isn't caused by laziness, if the real trap is a mental loop built for a different era, then the question isn't how hard you work. It's this. If this is true, what does it quietly change about the way you see your own life?